Okay, I want you to imagine something with me. Picture a small village, somewhere quiet. For as long as anyone can remember, life there was really simple. It just followed the rhythm of nature, the sun coming up, the seasons changing. A kind of life we all get deep down. But then, one day, something completely new showed up. A river started flowing right near the village, but this one was different. It wasn't made of water. It was made of something else entirely. And it's this kind of change that the historian Yuval Noah Harari is talking about when he says we're on the edge of entering a non-human culture for the very first time. So you can imagine this new river was just bizarre to the villagers. They'd just stand there and watch it for hours, trying to figure it out. It didn't act like water or the wind or any animal they'd ever seen. It was a total puzzle. See, the thing is, the villagers knew their old river, right? It swelled up in the spring when the snow melted, and it got low and lazy in the summer heat. It played by the rules of nature. But this new, thinking river, no, it was always on, always powerful. It just didn't care one bit about the seasons. And think about this too. The farmers, they'd work all day, right? From sunup to sundown. Then they had to sleep. The animals had to rest. Everything needed a break. But this new river, it never, ever stopped. It just kept flowing day and night, always on, always working. But here's the really weird part. The strangest thing of all, the river seemed to think. It had a mind of its own. One day it would flow this way, and the next it would just change its course completely. Nobody could predict it. It was making choices, but in a way we just couldn't wrap our heads around. So the villagers started to realize, hey, this isn't just a tool like a shovel or a hammer. This was something totally new, an alien intelligence. And I don't mean alien like little green men from space. I mean alien as in it's just not like us. It's not organic, it doesn't have a body, it can't feel happy or sad. But, and this is the key, it learns and even creates things all on its own. Okay, I get all of that. And you're right, it is different, it's strange, and when we see something we don't understand, it's so easy to just feel scared. But my question is, does it have to be about fear? Is that our only choice here? What if there's another way to look at this whole thing? Well, there's this really interesting idea called coin intelligentialism, and it basically asks us to just press pause on seeing this river as an enemy to fight or a simple tool to control. Instead, what if we thought of it as a partner? Like a farmer and a strong horse. The farmer isn't the boss of the horse, and the horse isn't the boss of the farmer. They work together. They're stronger that way. Maybe we can learn from this river's strange way of thinking, and maybe we can teach it about our values too. So really, the village is standing at a fork in the road. They have a choice to make. They can go with the old story, the one about dominance and competition, where the river is either a tool you master or a threat you have to beat. Or they could try a completely new story, one about collaboration, about working together, where the river is a partner you learn to live with. Okay, but here's the thing. This isn't some philosophical debate for the future. This is a really serious choice, and the clock is ticking. Why? Because this river, it's already changing things. It's changing the village, and most importantly, it's changing our kids right now. And let's be super clear, we're not just talking about some made-up story here. This thinking river, it's not in a faraway village. It's here, right now. In fact, there are almost 7 billion of these little rivers flowing in pockets all over the world. We call them smartphones. The river's already here. And I see it every single day. I see toddlers, little kids who haven't even learned to say mama or dada yet, but they already know exactly how to use these little rivers. Their tiny fingers just know how to swipe and tap. Their eyes are learning the language of the river before they even learn the language of their own family. It's really something to see. No, you're absolutely right, and that's a huge point. This river is powerful. It's literally shaping how our children's minds develop, and they don't get a say in it. So for me, the question isn't if the river is going to teach them things, it's what are we going to let it teach them? I mean, just think about it for a second. If this river is powerful enough to teach a baby how to swipe a screen, couldn't we maybe steer that power? Could we guide those currents to teach them other things? Amazing things like how to be gentle or how to be curious about the world around them. So it all comes down to this. The village is standing right at a crossroads. We see this powerful river, and we have to choose how we're going to live alongside it. And really, there are two main paths we can go down. Okay, so path number one is what you might call outward growth. This is all about control. It's about building bigger dams and higher walls to contain the river. It's about trying to get more and more power over it. Then there's path number two, inward growth. This is the path of wisdom. Here, you don't try to stop the river. Instead, you learn how to swim in the current. You try to understand it. Okay, learning to swim. That sounds great, but what does that even mean? How do you actually do that with a river this powerful and this strange?
Well, it's not as complicated as it sounds. We could start with 4 pretty simple steps. First, just pause. Stop building stuff, stop reacting, and just watch the river. Second, ask why. Why do we even want this thing? What do we hope to get from it? Third, we have to choose to steer it. We, as a community, have to decide where we want the currents to go. And fourth, and this is maybe the most important, we have to design it for we, not for me. It has to work for the whole village, not just a few people.
I get it now. The instinct to build a wall, to try and control it, that feels safe, doesn't it? It's the path we know. But this other idea, learning to swim with it, man, that feels like a much better future. A better world for our kids to grow up in. Even if it's scarier, because we don't know exactly what it looks like. Exactly. And we have to choose now. This isn't something we can put off. Because every single day, that river is flowing faster. Every single moment, our kids are learning from it. The window to teach this river our values, to imprint our ethics on it, that window is open right now. This is our chance to decide what kind of partner we want this to be. So, in the end, that's the real question. It's not just for some imaginary village, it's for every single one of us.
Yep. Do we build a wall against this powerful new river in our world? Or do we find the courage together to learn how to swim?